I've been chasing this dream so long. Lord help me, I know that I gotta stay strong.
Well, there goes my phone. Alrighty, Dream Team Garage. My phone just fell out my pocket. Alrighty, Dream Team Garage. I think I finally figured out what was going on with the Camaro, why it was shutting off around 195, 200 degrees. I put more radiator fluid in it. I changed the spark plugs. I just did a bunch of things to try to figure out why the motor kept shutting off. Now, it wasn't overheating. It was just shutting off. It would not come back on for an extensive period of time. And I think I finally figured it out. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain in the background. Just for some odd reason, the last couple of days I've been coming here, it just has been decided to rain, and I just recently dropped my phone out my pocket, so my phone just turned back on. But yeah, every time I've come here, it's been raining since I've been back in town. Yeah. Other than ado, we're just gonna go ahead and don't mind my ugly stick weld of a pipe back there. That's to my brother's exhaust. There, you know, we didn't record that, but I think we'll record the next one because we still gotta obviously weld that back half on there. Yeah. So other than that, let's get back on topic real quick. So right here we have a distributor cap, and right here we have an ignition coil. Don't mind this wire. We're not going to use it because someone remade this out of the old 305. That's, well, the other 305 that's sitting right here, because that's where I jacked this coil out of. So I jacked this coil out of my other 305 that I got sitting back behind me. I had another ignition coil I was going to use originally, and it was pretty much brand new. I bought it probably like a year ago, but for some odd reason, this ground strap or magnet, I think it's just a ground strap. I don't really think it's a magnet. No, it's not a magnet. It's just a ground strap. So this ground piece right here, I could actually literally just lift it off the actual ignition coil. So I just put that one in my trash bin to take it to the damn junkyard one day, or the scrap yard. So what I did not know, there's two plates on the inside of these coils that when it gets hot, they tend to separate. Now, if they're cracked, yes, they're going to separate because that's what heat does. It makes metals separate. Now, if it's not cracked, you should be fine. But as the Camaro got hot, 195 to 200, those plates would separate and not conduct enough electricity to, one, keep the car going, two, to get the car back on. So this is a good one. I've already tested it. That one's a good one. This is the bad one. Now I'm gonna show you how to test both coils or both plates one way to see if it's bad or not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this around, and what you're gonna see here is, oh, let me take you off the stand real quick. I'll get you the light too. These metal prongs right here, you're gonna end up touching those with your leads on 200 ohms, and then you're gonna touch, that's one test. You're gonna touch these two leads, does not matter which one you touch with your leads. This one goes to battery and this one goes to tack. And your tack wire should be yellow, your battery wire should be red like normal. But that's one way, that's that way to test your first low resistance plate, well, your only low resistance plate. Now to test the high resistance plate, now how to test the resistance to the other plate, I don't know what is in the way, either my head. All right, now to test the other resistance plate, you're gonna wanna take and put your multimeter on 20K ohms and touch this metal piece with this ground right here. Let me get my finger out the way and put this in the way. You're gonna touch this middle, you're gonna touch this middle coil right, or this middle prong right here. And then you're also gonna touch this at the same time. Now I'm gonna try and set you guys up to where you see it on the multimeter. Multimeter. Alrighty guys, so here we go. I got you guys stood up somehow to see the dang multimeter, but I'm not sure if you guys can see the fluctuation going on with the multimeter. Yes, it's at 3 ohms, but then it shoots to 0.6 ohms, and then it shoots to something bigger than that. 1.2 ohms, 13. Yeah, you see how it's fluctuating? That is what you don't want. These prongs right here are supposed to be steadily in between 7 to 0 resistance. 0 being the best, 7 being, you know, pretty much bad or okay, but then fluctuation is worse. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen that yet, but this is fluctuating around pretty bad. Now I'm gonna show you the other plate. So we know the low voltage plate is bad. Now let's see. You probably can't see because my wrist is in the way. I changed it to 20K ohms. And I don't know why I was about to touch the same lead. Oh my Lord, I can't get it to stay still. There we go. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing that, but that says 12.73, 12.85. So the other plate is okay-ish. The highest you want to see, or the best you want to see on that is 12.77, but 12.73 will actually work, or higher. So we're going to go ahead and test this coil right here. Alrighty guys, now that I'm back, I actually had to find a 1/4 wrench to get these small bolts off. One's here, one's here. There would be one in the back if I had that type of coil or cap, but I don't. So, the other tool that I have is actually at the house. I was gonna actually show you this at the house, but I decided to come to the shop and get out the house. So this is kind of why I bought this, so I don't have to do none of this at the house, which I need to start doing this stuff here. So, all right, now those two tiny screws are out. Go ahead and pull the plate off. Now that you see, yeah, that ground strap is all rusty. There's your tack signal. There's your battery signal, and there's the ground strap that I have that the other person jankily put together for this one. So I'm just gonna reuse this one that's already in here. So yeah, now we gotta go take off the other 4 1/4 screws. Kind of want to be careful with this because if you damage any of these prongs, you're going to need a new distributor cap. And sorry if you can hear the rain, it's just coming and coming and coming, you know, like Mother Nature does. And yeah. And also, if you did crack your distributor cap, hopefully you're like me. I have lifetime warranty on my distributor cap, so I'm not really too worried about that. Where's my small flathead? Now what you want to do, you can either take your fingernail or a tiny flathead and just push up on these prongs right here. You kind of want to leave the ground strap in there because you're not really going to need it, because once you do this, ta-da, the ground strap stays in there. I'm not sure if you guys seen that, but I'll do it again. Look, ready? Ta-da, the ground strap is still in there. So you want to keep this ground strap here. I'll take it out just for demonstration purposes. But you want to keep this ground strap wherever you know where it's at, or you'll be making another one, kind of like this one right here. I did not do this, but it still works. So, and this 305, I'm actually waiting for a buddy of mine to buy it from me, and I will be rebuilding it and putting a bigger cam in it, and probably porting out the heads and whatnot for him. Now it's very important that this silver, well, I wouldn't say silver, but metal piece goes down onto this spring. There's a spring inside here. And what you want to do is kind of keep these lifted in the air and just set it right in there. Don't be scared of it. Now set your leads. Now, since I got this out of the other 305, whatever these people did to it, they kind of crunched it up a little bit, so kind of tried my somewhat of best to fix that, even though I didn't really try. I just used my fingers. Because I still feel like it's gonna work. It doesn't look like it's gonna do any major damage to anything. So, just making sure that these prongs are all the way in there and out of the way, such as these wires. And what I just did, some people may frown upon by shoving a flat head on a wire, but hey, teach his own. I think I said that right. So this ground strap is being replaced by the factory ground strap that came with my ignition coil, or not the ignition coil, the distributor cap. So I'm gonna take these bolts or screws, get them finger tight, make sure the holes are lined up, because you don't want to, like I said, have to buy a new ignition distributor cap by cracking it. Now here is the last one that goes for the ground strap. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this up real quick. I like to fast forward through this stuff, but some people don't like it, but I like to fast forward through it. So I'm probably gonna fast forward to this in just a second. Fast forwarding to me lets you guys see all the work in a little bit of time. We're gonna go ahead and, not sure if you guys can see that all the way back there. Try to angle it this way more. As you guys can see, I have it makeshiftly hold it up. I like to create my own words. Beware. All right, so we're gonna test the low resistance plate right now. So as you see, that low resistance plate is 0.1, almost 0.0. It was 0.3 at first, but that's great. Now we're gonna test the high, or I wouldn't say high, but it is a high voltage plate. Probably can't see because my hand's back in the way, huh? No! So, ready and blow up. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Gotta change it to 20K. My bad. You're just working, you shit muffin. Work. There we go. I don't know why I didn't want to work the other way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I don't know if you guys can see that fluctuating around. Yes, I makeshiftly made you guys stay there. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, you little turd blossom. Not sure if you guys can see that there, even though it's fluctuating slightly. It stopped at 1357. So like I did say, 12.77 is what you want, but anything higher than that is fine. As long as it's not like 15 or 16, because then there's something wrong. 12 and 13, that's pretty fine. So now we should be able to put this back in the Camaro and it should start up.